Yes, good morning, students. In the previous class, we discussed the topic of area under the simple curve bounded by the lines. There can be two lines, there can be one line, and one axis can act as the line, right? And let us continue with this concept only. We will discuss here exercise 8.1, sum number 7 onwards. Sum number 7, we have to find the area of the smaller part of the circle cut off by the line. So let us write down first of all what is given. Okay. So here given, first of all, the given curve is x square plus y square equals to a square. That means it is the circle with the center at 0 0, the radius is a, and we have to find the area of the smaller part cut off by the line. Line is given a by root 2. Okay, so the line x equals to a divided by root 2 is the line which will cut the circle, and we have to find the area. Since when the line cuts the circle, it will divide the circle into two parts. We have to find the area of the region which is smaller. Okay, so here x equals to a by root 2 line is given. So if I need to find the line will cut the circle at which point, that means the point of intersection, if I have to find, I will just solve the given curve and the line. So I will write down here solving 1 and 2. That means I will just put the value of x here. So I will get here a square by 2 plus y square equals to a square. So the value of a square also, it will be value of y square also will be a square by 2 only. Okay, so which implies the value of y will be plus minus a by root 2. So the intersection point plus minus is coming. The line is x equals to a, that means it is on the positive side of x axis. So let us have the rough sketch of this curve and the line, so that we can see which smaller area we are supposed to find. Okay, so I am taking here my sketch on the left side. Okay, so the center should be 0 0. Let us draw the circle. So this, if I have a circle, okay, the line x equals to a by 2. You know, a by 2 will be exactly half. So this is a comma 0, and this is minus a comma 0. This will be 0 a, this will be 0 comma minus a. So these points, if you want, you can write down. And a by 2 will be exactly half, and a by root 2, it will be more than, slightly more than half. Plus we have calculated the point of intersection also. So the point of intersection, it is, the line is cutting the y axis, means on the positive and on the negative side also. So the line will be here. So this will be our line x equals to a by root 2. Now we are supposed to find the smaller region. Okay, we are supposed to find here the smaller region cut off by this line. So this is not the smaller region, and what is this point? This point is a by root 2 comma 0, because the line will cut the x-axis at a by root 2 comma 0 point only. And this is which point? This is the radius of the circle 0 to a. So a0 is the vertices of vertex means, and a will be the length of the radius. So this is the smaller region that we are supposed to find, right? So this is the region that we have to find. And if you remember, circle is also symmetrical about x-axis and y-axis. So if I just find this region, and this region, what is this? This region is bounded by the curve. The curve is x square plus y square equals to a square. This line, okay, and this point. So the line, that means the region I can take, this is a by root 2 and this is a. So the region will be bounded, or the limits I will get. So I can write down here required area. Required area will be y dx, okay, and the limits will be a by root 2 to a. the smaller region. From this point to this point ordinates I have. So a by root 2 to a will be the limits y, and this y I can calculate from the given curve. The curve is x square plus y square equals to a square. So the value of y in the first quadrant will be root of a square minus x square. So the required area will be then integral root of a square minus x square dx. This is a by root 2 2a. Now, in this chapter, most important formula of definite integral that we are using is actually from exercise, I think 7.10 only, or I think we have not 10. We have done in 7.7 integral root a square minus x square, that is x by 2 root a square minus x square plus a square by 2 sine inverse x by a. The same formula we applied in the ellipse also. So exactly this formula only we will be using here. So this will be equals to x by 2 root of a square minus x square plus a square by 2 sine inverse x by a, and the limits are a divided by root 2 to a. I hope you people can apply the limits to get the answer. So when we apply the upper limit, this term will become 0 because a square minus a square. Sine inverse a upon a, it will be sine inverse 1. So let us apply the limits here. It will be 0 plus a square by 2 sine inverse a upon a. This is the first minus. And now we apply the lower limit. It will be a divided by root 2. So here it will come a divided by 2 root 2 in the square root a square minus a square by 2 it will become, plus a square by 2 sine inverse a divided by root 2 into a is already there. Okay. So here I will again get root of a square by 2, that will be a divided by root 2, and sine inverse a upon a means sine inverse 1, and sine inverse 1 is pi by 2. Okay, sine inverse 1 will be pi by 2 value will come here, and this will become a by 2 root 2 into a by root 2, a square by 2 sine inverse a upon a, and a cancel 1 by root 2, that is sine inverse 1 by root 2 is pi by 4. So let us substitute these values here so that we can get the answer, right? So I am just shifting it to the next page. So sine inverse one value I have put here, it is pi by 2, and here a and a got cancelled and we are having sine inverse 1 by root 2. So here in the first bracket we are left with a square pi by 4 minus, it will be a square divided by root 2 into root 2, that will also become 4, minus a square by 2 into sine inverse, that is pi by 4. So what is the answer then? Here we have a square by 4 minus a square pi by 8. So a square pi by 4 minus a square pi by 8 minus a square by 4. So if you want, you can take a square by 4 common. Okay, so pi minus pi by 2, it will be pi by 2 minus 1 square units will be our answer. Okay, so this was sum number 7 only. Now we have sum number 8. The area between x equals to y square and x equals to 4 is divided into two equal parts by the line x equals to a. We have to find the value of a. Okay, so sum number 8. We have the given curves. Let us write down first of all given curve. The curve is given y square equals to x, so it is right handed parabola. The line is given x equals to 4, and it is divided into two equal parts by the line x equals to a. One line x equals to a is also there. We have to find the value of a. Okay, so let us draw the sketch first of all. right-handed parabola. This is y square equals to x parabola. One line is there, this line is x equals to 4 line. Another line x equals to a line is dividing it into exactly two parts. So this will be x equals to a line. So this point will be 4 comma 0 point. Since this is the line x equals to a, so this will be a comma 0 point, and these two regions are equal because x equals to a line is dividing the region into two equal parts. So these two regions are equal. We have to find the value of a. What we will do, and this point again the vertex is at 0 0 only. So I can do here the integral from 0 to a of this curve only. What will be the curve? The curve is y square equals to x, so the function will become root x. The integral 0 to a will be equals to integral a to 4, or I can also do other thing. The integral 0 to a will be 2 times integral 0 to 4, right? So as per question, if you want, let me give you the integral. It will be integral 0 to a y dx will be equals to half of integral 0 to 4 y dx. Same function, so same rule, only limits are different and you will be getting the value of a. So it will, I can do the other way also, twice of 0 to a. The curve is y square equals to x, so here I will get y equals to root x. Okay, so here I will get root x dx is equals to integral 0 to 4 root x dx. When you integrate, apply the limits, you will easily get the value of a. Okay, this is just the hint. Remember to draw the sketch neatly, mention the details neatly, and then attempt the sum. Okay, this is sum number 8 hint. Sum number 9 is find the area of the region bounded by parabola. We have another parabola and the line is given y equals to mod x. So mod x function, I hope everybody remembers, V-shaped graph is there, and parabola is given y equals to x square. So this is upward parabola, and we have to find the region bounded by the parabola and the line. So let us draw the sketch again to understand which area we are supposed to find here. So let us draw the sketch for sum number 9. Before that, let us write down the given things. We have here the curve is y equals to x square. We will write down given. Curve is y equals to x square, so this is upward parabola, and line is given y equals to mod x. So we have V-shaped graph of modulus function. We have to find the area bounded by the parabola, bounded by the curve and the line. So let us draw the sketch to understand which area we are supposed to find here. Okay, so here we will just take our system again. So again and again I am telling you people that your graph should be neat. Okay, so first of all, upward parabola we will take. This is our upward parabola. It is y equals to x square curve, and this is our 0 comma 0. Now we need to draw the modulus function also. So if I say this is the point, and if I just mark the point here 1 and corresponding to this 1, okay, that means this will be 1 comma 0, this is minus 1 comma 0 point, so corresponding to this is 0 comma 1 point. Okay, so if you remember, when x is 1 then also y will be 1, and when x is minus 1 then also y will be 1 only. So when I just draw the graph, my graph will go like this only. Okay, since I'm not using the scale, you know, lines can go like that also. So the intersection point that I'm getting here is, this will be minus 1 comma 1 and this will be 1 comma 1 intersection point, and we have to find the area bounded by the line and the curve. Okay, bounded by the line and the curve, so enclosed area between the line and curve. So this area we are supposed to find. And if you remember our modulus function, it is symmetrical about y-axis, and our upward parabola is also symmetrical about y-axis. So whatever area is bounded in on the right side of x-axis, exactly equal area will be bounded on the left side of on means in the second quadrant also. So these two areas are equal. If I just find the area of one side and multiply by 2, I will get the complete area bounded here, right? So let us do, we are given here, the limits are given. One more interesting thing here we will learn. Remember, as I told you, we always find the area under the curve, okay? And this area is not under the curve that I have to find. Let me shade it. This area which we are finding, it is not under the curve, it is above the curve. Similarly, this side, it is not under the curve, it is above the curve. So what we will do, right? Let me show you what I am going to do here. So when I'm just drawing one more rough thing. When I draw the, when I find the area under the curve, the whole area will come. If I say this is minus 1 to 1, the whole area under the curve will come, okay? And when I take my modulus function and it is going like this, modulus function going like this, and when I mark the area under this line, again because it is also a curve only but it's a straight line, so when I find the area under this curve, so it will be area under this thing, area under the line, okay? Now how will I find the area bounded by between curve and line, okay? Curve and line, it will be total area under the line minus area under the curve, है ना? Area under the line, whatever is coming, minus area under the curve. If I just subtract this thing, I will be left with the area bounded between the line and the curve. So here the first thing, area under the curve, and from that we will subtract area, sorry, first we will find area under the line, and then area under the line we will just subtract by area under the curve. Area under the curve will be this region, okay? So from if I subtract that, I will be left with the area which is bounded. So this thing is important to understand, that is why I explained or I took these two diagrams also. So we will mention here required area. Required area, so the limits we can see here very clearly, it is 0 to 1 or minus 1 to 0. Our choice, we can take minus 1 to 0 also, or we can take 0 to 1, but we have to double it. It will be 2 times 0 to 1, okay? Area under the line minus area under the curve. So line minus curve we will do, okay? Now if I am finding the area in the first quadrant, because I have taken the limits 0 to 1, so the line in the first quadrant, it will be just y equals to not mod x. In the first quadrant it is y equals to x line only. So this will be integral 0 to 1, line will be x minus curve is x square dx, and 2 times of this we will find. So it will be x square by 2 minus x cube by 3. Twice of this, the limits are 0 to 1, so it will be twice of 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3, okay? That is 1 by 6. So 2 into 1 by 6 means 1 by 3 square units should be our answer. 1 by 3 square units will be our answer. And like that you people can do the remaining sums. Sum number 10 is, again the curve is given x square equals to 4y, again upward parabola. Line is given, you can draw the line as we know how to draw the line, same way. Point of intersection you will get from where you will get the limits, okay? Sum number 11 is also direct sum. Curve is given, right handed parabola, and the line is given. You have to find the area bounded by the curve and the line. So remaining sums of this exercise, that means 11, 12, 10, 11 and 12, 13th also I'm leaving for you people. Try to do these sums. If any student finds any doubt or any problem is there, you people can ask the doubts. Okay, but I want you people to complete this exercise, right? Thank you students.